Is that your grandpa bear?
People think bears, they think children.
A teddy bear can spark a childhood memory, provide comfort in a time of grief, or just be a lovable toy to play with.
I had a really, really dear family friend who actually contacted me and said, Alicia, I want you to make a bear out of my child's first sleepers. And it's going to be for my mother and in memory of my mother who had given him to her. So I did that and I posted it online in my little hobby business, and really very quickly I realized that it deeply affected a lot of people. So this is a child's first onesie. It's actually, let me just take a look, it's actually 3 to 6 month size, and you can feel the little pink hearts on it. So we're going to take this and we're actually going to be turning it into a teddy bear.
Alicia Vannon makes memory keepsake bears. These creatively sewn bears use fabric from old clothes or quilts that have special meaning to someone, but perhaps hold no other use than taking up storage space. Each memory bear is made up of 34 pieces, carefully stitched, stuffed, and personalized with a heart sewn on the foot with a name or date on it.
What I find is really significant about it is that when you take something which a person wore every single day, and you take those special clothes and you give it back a body, right? You give it back arms that you can hug. You give it back an eyes, nose, and a mouth, a face that you can look at. And it really affects people.
I had recently just lost my grandfather, who was pretty much my dad, to cancer. And when my son was born, I was really heartbroken that he was never going to get to meet him. And when I came across this idea, I realized that I'd kept one of my grandpa's old work shirts. And also I actually kept the sheet that he'd passed away in. So I decided to get a bear made out of it so that my son could always have something that was close to my grandpa.
Now they're seeing those special clothes turned into, in a way, re-embodying that person which they're trying to remember, that person which they're trying to hold dear to their hearts, right? And they can hug that and they can hold that.
I cried when I picked it up. It's perfect. I love that she incorporated the pocket from the shirt on the back. The shirt is a huge significance for me and my family because my grandpa used to work on motorcycles, so that was like his work shirt. It's a great idea to get that memory put into something that you know you're not going to lose, something that you know you can hang on to, and just every time you feel like you're missing someone, you can always give the bear a hug and you know that they're there.
Never really expected when I started making these bears to get the reactions I did from my customers. You know, there was one customer who I had dropped off twin bears who had been made from a quilt that had been passed down through 5 generations. And when she got that bear, her reaction was joy, but hysterical joy. She was absolutely touched on such a deep level by the fact that she saw these bears come to life, and she didn't know what to do with this old blanket. She thought that it was going to be, you know, thrown out by the next generation by the time her great-grandkids have been grown up, right? But by turning it into this bear, she knew that she was able to really kind of carry forward the family story.
Alicia and her teddy bears can be found online at handsomestitchery.com or on Facebook. For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Rayanne LaPlante.